It was a cozy winter night. The snowy wind was gently blowing out the window while I was under my warm blanket, hot tea on the drawer, headphones hugged on my ears playing some chill beats and a horror novel resting on my laps. The atmosphere was perfect to say the least, and the novel was getting more and more interesting the further the story progressed, when suddenly, something strange happened. A white noise started to reach my eardrums, getting progressively louder. I checked the phone to see if any problem occurred, but the display showcased nothing unusual. The music was going on just fine. Although it was very bizarre, the white noise was actually not that annoying, so I didn't mind it and just went on doing my things. After some time I spent reading, something else happened, and this time it actually unnerved me. With the corner of my eye, I noticed fast movements outside the window, too fast to be human. The other strange thing was that I was 3 floors above the ground, and there was no balcony outside. Even though I was quite unset, I didn't want to ruin that peaceful flow state I was in, so I just convinced myself I saw funny for a moment to then focus again on reading, but when my eyes locked in with the pages, I noticed something that made my blood run cold. The pages were completely blank. No matter how much I went back and forth, there wasn't a single stain of ink on that paper. Very chilling, considered the fact that the book was filled with words moments before. I was both scared and confused. I had no idea on what to do, when I started hearing footsteps, in it ally very distant and gentle, for then becoming constantly louder and heavier, like they were getting closer to me. While the steps were closing the distance, more sounds started to add up, objects falling all around the house, whispers coming from the walls, and the wind outside that became a literal snowstorm hammering on the window's glass. My heart was racing frantically in my chest, but there was nothing I could do about it. The only thing I could do was to put on the headphones again, to try to at least reduce the intensity of that terrifying concert. Surprisingly, when the oracles covered my ears, the white noise had become way more intense than before, leaving almost no room to all the other sounds. This actually cuddled me, to the point where I started feeling sleepier and sleepier, and even though I noticed a slow opening of the door on the other side of the room, my senses were too numb to react, so I just fell in an incredibly deep sleep. I woke up after an unspecified time. The headphones were on, but nothing was playing anymore. I tried to turn on my phone to check the hour, but it was ice cold and the battery was dead. After a further analysis of the room, I noticed that the window of my room was shattered, my teacup spilled on the floor, with the tea completely iced up to the planks, that were covered by a snow layer at least 1 inch thick. That meant that the window was shattered quite some time ago, but when I was trying to give answers to this, and many other questions sailing my mind, I saw him, or should I say, it. A tall and lanky figure was standing still some feet away from my bed. It had nothing on except a snow coat, and, its most chilling feature probably, it had a massive speaker stuck in its skinny neck, tilted in my direction. I was completely freezed in fear, with my eyes locked on that thing. Without it moving or doing anything, suddenly, radio interference started playing on my headphones. Inside that white noise I could only decipher few words that formed the sentence. You should have kept your headphones on. I was again scared and confused, but before I could do or say anything, the thing started to get its long and skinny arm up, to then wave at me, and then